Here we have Ethereum versus the dollar, and we are seeing a continuation of the breakdown that we were looking for last week. The targets on that breakdown were somewhere within this blue box territory right here, which is between about 26.50 on the low end and as much as, I'm actually going to lower this a little bit, and as much as about 27.50, so a nice $100 range right there. Technically speaking, you would have, your rising bottoms kind of coming in line with that trend line right there. To be fair, if Bitcoin does dump out, probably not going to hold, although there likely is a short-term bounce there, to be fair. On top of that, if we do look at daily BBWP, we're seeing the lowest volatility reads that we've seen since December of last year. I'm going to remind you what that move looked like from December last year, and that was this move starting with this 4,100 high before going down, ultimately reaching that volatility maximum at about 51%. So I'm not saying that a 50% move is coming, but likely a big move is coming here. And for right now, if we take that from the last high, even 30% puts you back at your last weekly lows. So while I technically should say that there's likely a bounce around that 2650 to 2750-ish region, if that region does break, which I imagine it probably would, to be quite honest with you, it probably does reach for its weekly lows here. We still see some pretty hefty downside pressure, although things are getting pretty a little bit overdone as of right now, but I think that they still have probably one more to go. Daily stochastic momentum has turned down freshly coming into today's open. And will remain with downside pressure as long as Ethereum is below 3,000. So I would highlight 3,000 as a nice, or maybe not so nice, semi-reversal zone. It's not even really reversal. I mean, reversals happen above about 31.25, but it would be a good sign that a bear trap is likely incoming above 3,000. So that is to say, as long as Ethereum is below 3,000, I do look at short-term rallies if it even gets them as likely to create lower highs before heading lower and resolve in the daily and higher term time frame signals. Obviously on the weekly and the 5-day, we are going to see downside pressure if this 5-day tonight, which closes tonight below 29.15, will turn to the downside. And let me remind you what happened the last time we saw the 5-day stochastic momentum turn to the downside. That was back on over here in November. And that was quite literally your current all-time high, which is not great. Sorry, that's the weekly. I apologize. Let's go to the 5-day. Oh my God. No, it's even worse, man. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? This market's wrecked. This market's, oh, I already have it in there. We see a trendline rejection here, right at the edge of the bullish control zone. It's already turning down the magical number to be closed above tonight in order to force it back up. It's 33.65. We've all seen crazy things happen, right? But it's fucking ugly, man. Look, I'm all for hoping and everything, but look, I do think that this thing will probably trade back down towards the past sort of weekly lows here in the next, probably the next few weeks, if it's going to happen. The only way that I'd invalidate that would be, first, I need to see a goddamn daily above 3,000, and that's not even like a condition for reversal, but that's just a condition to get out of like wrecked zone right here. Above about 31.25 on a daily is where I'd say that, hey, you very, very likely have an incoming mega bear trap, fully confirmed above 3,600 with targets back up basically north of 4,000. But, it's just not super relevant right now. 4 hour, just playing out some hidden bearish divergence. I think that, good portion of that move is probably played out, but I do look for volatility to let us know when we're probably going to find a little bit of a bounce. And for right now, it's continuation. So looking for at least one more drive of continuation here, probably a bounce, short term at around 2,800, I'd imagine. Short term bounce, though, again, not the same thing as reversal. Ultimately, I look for the daily to come down somewhere around here before I look for the next like major bounce, if you will. And again, major bounce, not the same thing as reversal either, just, bounces up and look for the next lower high until we get an actual reversal. So hopefully that was helpful. And there you go for Ethereum, sirs and zers.